Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions and MLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.
All right. Well, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux, and I am the Mortgage Mom. Today, we are going to be talking about moving, and I did promise everybody that this was coming up this week. Last week and kind of the week before, we made our whole topic all around Bitcoin. So I am doing 2 shows a week on Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And this week, it's going to be all about relocation. We have so many clients that are moving all over the place. I keep picking on California because this is where my butt is in the seat. But people are moving all over everywhere. This is the great migration that has been happening ever since that cough came into play, and everyone is working from home. They're moving into areas where they can get some land, they can get a backyard, a front yard, you know, they can sprawl out, they can get a little bit bigger house, maybe not necessarily be in that apartment or that condo in the city. So big topic. I think that it's very, very important that we touch on it. We've talked about it a few times before, but we've never actually done an entire episode. So this week is going to be the week about migration and about moving and relocating. So I'm going to do a little bit today about me and my team. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to actually have a real estate agent who is a relocation specialist. He is going to be on with me as well. He does tons of relocation for clients, being referred by very large corporations. So that is the majority of his business with his real estate company as the broker owner. So I think it's going to be super awesome to get his perspective on things like what are the biggest hurdles that you're seeing that your clients have when they're trying to actually make a long distance move and move out of state. Sometimes it's a long distance move even within the state. If you think about the size of California, if you're moving from San Diego up north, that's still an 8-9 hour, trek, where somebody from Los Angeles to Phoenix, it's the same, if not less of a distance, but you're going out of state. So again, this show is going to be about relocation. This whole week is going to be dedicated to it. If you're on right now, let me know you're here. Make sure you ask me your questions. I can see my dad's already jumped on and said hi. This is an interactive show. I want to remind you guys, it's Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux. I am the Mortgage Mom, and I'm going to answer your questions. So if you ask me questions, throw them in the feed. For my family, for my team that is watching the show right now, Carrie, Heidi, Cindy, Heather, all of you guys, if you have anything to add, make sure that you guys also put it into the feed. Let me know you're there and give me that, those special pieces that maybe I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, since I'm doing this alone. I'm the Lone Ranger today. So again, it's all about relocation. I want to remind you guys that this is an interactive show. If you want to be able to ask me questions, even, all of you out there listening by radio on Saturday and Sunday, the best way to be interactive is to watch us do it live. We are on YouTube every Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys do go to the YouTube channel and you subscribe. So all you need to do is look for Mortgage Mom Radio, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell. Click it, turn it to all, and that will make sure it lets you know when we go live. Now, I can tell you, being somebody that absolutely loves YouTube and watches it daily, if I haven't actually watched one of my subscriptions channels in quite some time, I actually won't get the notification. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss us and that you actually see the show, then you need to text the word mom. So in your subject, it will be mom, and you're going to text the word mom to 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You. That's WELEND and the number 4. Text the word mom to that number. You will get a link to download our phone app, which is totally awesome. You will also get yourself subscribed to get 1 text message per week. Sometimes I don't even send them out every week, but I send them out randomly when it's a really important show to make sure that you guys know that we're live, and that way you can jump in and you can ask your questions. So make sure you guys text the word mom to 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You. WELEND and the number 4. If you want to reach my team, you want an appointment with somebody on the team, you want to talk to me, that is the same telephone number that you are texting is the same number for our office. So you can call us at that number. If it's a weekend, you're listening by radio, then you can schedule an appointment with our call center. If you call during the week, you can schedule an appointment or even be transferred immediately to anybody that is open. That includes me, the mortgage mom. You may end up talking to me. If you want to, you can go to the website, go to mortgagemomradio.com, and there is a book appointment button that you can click on. Pick a time and a day that works for you, and I would be more than happy to get you scheduled. If you don't see a time, all you have to do is send me an email to questions@mortgagemomradio.com. You will get an email back from me and we will get you scheduled. So I can see Heidi jumped on. She says, hi. Jennifer's on. She says, hello all. Heather's on. She says, hi everyone. And Tiffany says, hi all. So again, it's an interactive show. I want you guys to put your questions, comments, anything that you want to hear about into the feed. I'm going to read that for you and I'm going to answer all of your questions. Here we go. So we're going to take a very super quick break. And when we get back, we're jumping into Relo. Hold tight. Like I said, super duper quick. It gives me enough time to take a very fast, quick water break and get right back to you. So we're talking all about Relo today, and we're talking about moving from whatever state that it is that you are in to another state, or even just a long distance move in general. If you think about it, moving across town, right? If you're just going 5 minutes away, or you're flipping over to a different zip code for a special school district, that's, stressful, right? It's very stressful. You're trying to figure out selling your house, buying a house, the timing to do both. You need money from the sale in order to buy the next. You need time to be able to pack up and move. You need the money from the sale in order to make the move, because you've got to pay for movers. And then 10 times that when you're going out of state. And I know Heidi's watching right now. She did the move from California to Arizona back in 2020. So I'm sure that she's got, some things that she can throw in there. But when you're trying to coordinate movers, you can't just throw it in the back of your truck because you're moving down the street. And you're trying to coordinate new utility companies, and you're trying to coordinate the closing dates from the sale of your home to the next. That can all get very, very stressful. On top of that, you're trying to find lenders, right? And that is what we do at the end of the day. Mortgage Mom Radio is mortgage. We are doing loans for our clients, and we are doing loans in, many, many states. And so when you're dealing with a lender, a lot of times what you'll find is you're having a hard time or a difficult time finding that real estate agent, finding that loan officer, finding people out of state where you want to go to get the information that you need. And so that in itself can be overwhelming, on top of trying to find a house and you don't even live there and it's far away, getting your house sold, but you don't want to give away your keys. You can't pay for the move until you've got your proceeds, right? It all gets very, very overwhelming. And so that's why Wednesday's episode is going to be really great, because we've got a guy that's coming on who primarily deals with relocation. And again, if you guys are listening by radio on Saturday and Sunday, you're going to get it all in one show right now, because he'll be on a little bit later, and then we're going to take the two shows and make them one for Saturday and Sunday. However, we want you guys on. We want you asking questions. We want you interacting. So if you really like the show, you guys need to make sure you're jumping onto YouTube and watching us during the week. Again, that's Mondays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. So Cindy jumps on. She says, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Cindy. Thanks so much for joining. And again, if you guys have questions or comments, please go ahead and throw those into the feed. So we're talking relocation today, and all of the stresses and the coordination and everything that you need to make sure takes place. So one of the things that I was mentioning again is that we're lenders. That is what Mortgage Mom Radio does. We're giving you the education and the information that you need to try to help bring your family to, the next place in life where you're going, whether that be your first home purchase, your second home purchase, or that relocation out of state. And so that is what we're talking about today. Mortgage Mom Radio, me, Debbie Marcoux, I am licensed in numerous states, and I purposely chose to get the licenses in the states that a lot of people are trying to relocate to. We've seen a giant move from California. I'm so sorry, Tennessee and Georgia. You guys, I know you hate us people from California coming to you, especially Texas, but we're coming, and they're on their way, and there's nothing you can do truly to stop it. So I am here just trying to help to make things a little bit easier. So the nice thing is that when you're living in California or you're living in another state and you're trying to find your local loan officer to help you get pre-approved, get all of your paperwork together, get ready to go and to be able to start looking at homes, maybe take a trip out of state. You're going to book that airfare, book that flight, and you're going to go start looking at property. It's difficult to try to find the expert in the area for where you want to go, especially when you don't even know where you're going. And I know that Heidi, had that same problem as well. So you really truly need to work with who you feel comfortable with. And that is why we are licensed in so many states. We purposely, made sure that we were in those areas that seem to be the hot place to go at the moment. So, just to throw that out there, we do have Las Vegas, we have Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Texas, Illinois, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. If there is a state, and I probably didn't even mention them all right now, if there is a particular state that you are looking to make the move to, all you need to do is call us and ask us if we are licensed in that state. That way you can work with us. We're local. You make the move somewhere far. You're still working with us. You're talking to us on your time zone, and we're getting you where you need to go. So keep that in mind. That is going to be one thing that is truly going to make things just a little bit easier with that relocation process. The second piece is that you really, if you own a home in whichever state that you're in, if you own a home, you need to sell your house. But then you need to buy another house. And like I mentioned earlier, you might need the proceeds from the sale of your home in order to even start to get things scheduled for moving companies and such. So that is where we are going to be the one-stop shop for you as well. That is what Mortgage Mom Radio is doing for you. We have real estate agents that we work with in all of the states that we are licensed in that we can refer you to. So let's say that you do live here in California and you're relocating to Washington. We have real estate agents here in your neighborhood, in your hometown, that we feel very confident with and very comfortable with, and we can refer you to them to help you sell your home. And then when you're looking in your next state, let's say you're going to Washington or you're going to Nevada or Idaho or Tennessee or Texas, we have real estate agents in those areas as well, and they've all worked together before, so they can make that transition much easier and more comfortable for you and a lot less stressful. The agent in the neighborhood that you're going to, or the city or the state that you are going to, can recommend moving companies to you, can tell you about the school districts, can tell you, what the utility companies are, what they are. If there's something in particular you're looking for, a certain amount of acreage, maybe a certain size home, or you're trying to be near an airport, they're going to be able to tell you what neighborhoods or cities might work best for you in those areas where you want to go to. And they can coordinate with your real estate agent where you're selling your home. So, hey, this is the day that the property here is supposed to close. And we want to close that one on this day, and it's going to take a week to get there, but we've got to book movers. They're going to help you to get all of that coordinated, especially if maybe you need to stay in the home that you just sold and you closed. You had to close. You needed the money to get everything scheduled, but maybe you need to stay in that home for a week or two. So they're all going to work together. The two real estate agents and us, your lender, we're all going to work together to make sure that we have your best interests at heart, and we try to make that relocation as easy as possible with as least amount of stress as we possibly can. So Heidi jumped on. She says, when relocating, it is very important to find the right lender and realtor. So that's so funny because she actually jumped in right before I even went into my whole spiel right now. And that was the first thing that she said. And again, coming from somebody that did the relocation, she actually went to Mesa. I always tell her she's in Phoenix. She's like, I'm not in Phoenix. I'm in Mesa. Next thing I know, she's going to jump in right now. She's going to tell me she's in Tempe. Sorry, Heidi. But the bottom line is that she did it. She went from Los Angeles to Arizona, and that is a big move. So please, again, we just want to make sure that we're making it as easy as possible for you. We want you to remember that we are your one-stop shop, and we want to get you first pre-approved for a loan. If you want to move out of state, you need to know that we can get you the loan to move you out of state. We're going to take a really quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to talk about some of those things that are really, really important for you to keep in mind. So Heidi did jump on. She says, no, you're right this time. Look at Mesa it was. And then Carrie jumps on. She says, hi, all. And then we had somebody get in that's throwing something in there online. So we've definitely got some sort of a fisher on there. So anyway, just want to remind you guys, this is an interactive show. If you want to see me do it live, you want to put in your questions, comments into the feed, you got to watch me do it on YouTube. It's Mondays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. The very best way to know that I've gone live is to subscribe to the channel on YouTube. All you got to do is search for Mortgage Mom Radio, click that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to all. But it is always Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's take a super quick break. And when we get back, we're going to talk about some of the things that me as a lender are going to ask you when deciding whether or not I can give you a pre-approval. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux. I'm the Mortgage Mom, and we are trying to bring you all of the financial education and information that we possibly can around all things real estate and mortgage. If it has to do with your finances, if it has to do with money, if it has to do with your taxes, all of those things all come to play when it comes to real estate, getting a mortgage, finding a property, buying a home. And so we're trying to make sure we're bringing you all of that very good information every single week. We're doing it every Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Right here on YouTube. And if you are listening by radio over the weekend, you guys are getting 2 shows all scrunched into one so that you can hear all of the same valuable information. I want to remind you all that my doors stay open, the lights stay on, and all of my loan officers stay fed when you guys give us a call and you let us help you with your financing. That is our goal. It is to give you free education and information, and hopefully then turn that into a relationship where you find the value in working with me and my team. So please give us a call. Go to our website. It's mortgagemomradio.com. Book yourself an appointment. Get on the books. Talk with us. We take calls Monday through Sunday. I don't care if you're listening to the show Sunday at 4 p.m. That doesn't matter. If you schedule an appointment, you will get a call back. If you email me, you'll get a response. And if you don't see a day and time that works for you for that appointment, please send me an email to questions@mortgagemomradio.com. Please don't forget the radio. It is mortgagemomradio.com. Questions@mortgagemomradio.com. Send me an email. Let me know what day and time works best for you. I will get someone on my team to work around your schedule. Or ask me your questions in the email. I'm more than happy to help you and to respond. So please feel free to do that. Go to the website, book that appointment. It's a free consultation. We want to get you up and running in the right direction and on to the next move for your family's future. So we're talking relocation today. This is some really good stuff. What is it that is important to me when you call me and you say, I want to move out of town. I need to get pre-approved. Can you give me a pre-approval letter? I saw this house that I really like. I was, scrolling through realtor.com or Redfin or Zillow, whatever site that you were on, and you were window shopping. So what are some of the things that are really important from the lending side? Well, are you keeping the same job that you have today? Are you being relocated to, within the same company? Are they just sending you to a new location? Are you trying to secure a new job? You're just thinking, hey, you know what? I've got, $300,000 in equity in my house, and I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to take that money and I'm going to go to Idaho and I'm going to buy a property and I'm going to put it all down, and I'm only going to need, $200 or $300 in a loan. Not a big deal. I can pay that with my eyes shut. When I get there, I'll find a job. I'm not worried about it. those are some of the things that we truly need to talk about, because we're going to set that loan up in a different way. If you're getting transferred with the company that you work for, or they're telling you that they're going to allow you to start working remotely, or you've been working remotely and they don't care that you relocate, then that is not a big deal at all. We do your pre-approval. We give you we take the application. We review all of your documentation. We provide you with that pre-approval letter. We get you in touch with a real estate agent to get that home on the market. And we get you, referred to a real estate agent to truly start, browsing through properties in the area where you want to go to. Nothing to hold you back. However, if you are thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to deal with it when I get there. I only need $100,000 loan. I only need a $200,000 loan. That's no big deal. I could bag groceries at the grocery store, and I could come up with my mortgage payment. That's all fine and dandy, but we need to look at doing it in a different way. We do, no matter what. I don't care how big or small that the loan is that you are getting. We have to be able to verify that you work, that there's employment, that there's income. If you're retired, different story, guys. I get it. You're retired. You've got your pensions coming in. You've got your Social Security coming in, wherever those funds might be coming from. You're a totally different character, right? We're going to talk to you about your pre-qualification based on your monthly income. But when you are somebody that is working and you are employed and you're self-employed, that's another big one too that we definitely need to discuss. Just because you're self-employed in Washington, let's say, and you want to move to Las Vegas, you can do that, but what is it that your job does? Are you a part of the community where you live, and that is where your business comes from? And it's taken you a lot of time to build, that book of business of where your business comes from that clientele. It's taken you a long time to really create that. Well, we can't assume that you're going to be able to move to a whole nother state, a whole nother city, and your income isn't going to drop. So self-employed borrowers, somebody that's thinking, I'm just going to sell my house, quit my job, get where I'm going, and I'm going to get a new job there. That's fantastic. You're a teacher, you are a nurse, you're a doctor, and you know that your job is in high demand, and it's going to be super easy for you to secure a new position once you get where you're going. You just don't want that stress right now of having to get that job, get that offer letter, hiring and interviewing. You just want to deal with it when you get there. Totally fine, but we need to look at your financing in a different way. We may want you to stay at your job where you're at currently. We may want to do that as a second home job. Okay. But if it's a second home, so, we're talking about a larger down payment and what's going to happen when you sell your house, where are you going to live if you stay where you are? So again, things that we definitely need to consider, we need to discuss, we need to get you on the books. We need to talk you through your game plan and get you the education and the information to make sure that you're making the right moves and you're doing them in the right order. So once again, this whole week is going to be on relocation. Like I said, I'm going to have a fantastic real estate agent on Wednesday at 1 p.m. He's going to talk about what he does for a living, how he helps his clients, some of the biggest hurdles that he sees them go through. What does he do? What are the tips and tricks that he has to help them to avoid those hurdles and to make it a smoother transition? But, if you've been thinking about making that move, which I know a lot of you are, everybody in the country has been thinking maybe I should go somewhere else. And that is not just California. There's a lot of people in Illinois wanting to move down to Missouri. I'm seeing my dad talk about it. I have a girlfriend that just bought 60 acres down there. We're seeing a lot of people wanting to move down to Florida. We're seeing a lot of people, trying to make moves to Texas, or maybe from Texas they're trying to go, somewhere else. So just if you're thinking about it, you've thought about it, or if it's even crossed your mind, make sure that you guys just get on the books, get an appointment with us, talk to us, let us help you to create that, that game plan. Let us educate you on the steps that you would need to take to get there, and let us be that one-stop shop for you. Come to us, let us give you a referral to a real estate agent to get your home sold here, and to a real estate agent to help you to plant your roots in the new state where you want to go. So how do you guys do that? You give us a call. It's 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You. That's WELEND LEND, and the number 4. You give us a call, go to the website, go to mortgagemomradio.com. You can book your appointment right there, right on the website. If you have that handy dandy phone app, you can do it right through the phone app. If you want that handy dandy phone app, take that same exact telephone number and text the word mom. So it's 844-935-3634. Text the word mom. That's how you opt in. You'll get a text message from me once every week or couple, and we'll let you know we're live, so that way you can actually jump in and join one of the shows. And you will also get the link to download that phone app. Go to Mortgage Mom Radio on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, click on that notification bell. If you guys are watching right now, please give me a thumbs up. It truly does help the algorithm. I hope I'm bringing you guys all kinds of great education and information that you're looking for. I'm helping you to move forward with your family and your finances and your future. That is our goal. We hope to see you back on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Don't miss out. Going to be a great show. And we'll talk to you guys all real soon. Bye-bye.
Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions and MLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's a mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.